What's up guys, back again. New intro. Decided to shorten down the lengthy intro I had from like 7 years ago or something when I started the channel. Yeah, so something short, sweet, get to the point so we can start getting on with it. So now that that's out of the way, I am in the process of doing a very big video of the Valiant. I've got something going on back here which is going to be pretty interesting but very lengthy, so it's taken me quite a few weekends to get everything mapped out and get it all working and that, but I do currently have a couple of plates here from the Valiant that I've made up. I've already got this one all pre-drilled and everything. Front one I need to sort out, but this video here is going to be on these little bad boys here. The Amazon Dimple dies. So about 90 bucks Australian for those. The one issue I did have was I only had a metric step drill, so I had to go out and buy myself a imperial step drill, just so because these are imperial, so had to get an imperial step drill to be able to get these to have a nice snug fit and dimple properly like they should. So gonna get in, do a test piece, make sure all that works, because I haven't tried the imperial step drill yet with these, but I did it with the metric and it was a bit sloppy in the hole and it off-centered the dimple, so it didn't quite look right. So imperial should be sweet, so let's get stuck in and do a test piece before we actually start getting stuck into dimpling the big pieces. So let's get stuck in. Alrighty, so that's the test piece done. Thought I'd do that one in first person view so you guys could see sort of what was going on with it all. It's a bit of a hack with the drill. Wasn't too worried because this is just a test panel, so no measurements, no nothing, just whack the drill through to the sizes I need and everything. When it comes to those, I will pre-drill those with a 3mm bit so that they're more precise, so that the step drill doesn't walk on the panel. But yeah, so I do have the hydraulic press. That's how I did this one. Worked nice and sweet. You could see it bending the panel, but once they're pressed in nice and tight, it brings it back nice and square again. So they're, for the money, they are an absolute ripper. If you're looking for a budget way of getting a Dimple die into some sheet metal, and it's really stiffened up. This is very thin sheet. I think it's like 1mm, 1.2mm sheet. The stuff I'm going to be doing for the Valiant is 1.6 and it's hot rolled. So it's, yeah, it's a bit thicker. So, but we will get straight into those. The other thing is too, I've seen a few videos of the Amazon Dimple dies, watched a few, sort of gauging how they worked and that. You can also use the vise. If you're doing something this thin, 100% you'd be able to crank that down with the vise. 1.6, I did test it with the metric bit and it struggles. I reckon you'd struggle big time trying to, unless you're big muscly, got a good solid bench and everything, to crank that down properly and tight in the vise. But typical panel steel, that sort of thing, you'd have no dramas with using the vise if you don't have a hydraulic press. But lucky me, I got a hydraulic press, so all of this gets hydraulic pressed in, just so I know it's going to be squished to more of a press than what my tiny little arms can press metal with. So let's get stuck in and get the actual parts for the Valiant all sorted. Alrighty guys, so we have all the dimples in my made up sheets. So I was able to deburr with the step drill these two, but obviously because my step drill maxed out on the end ones, I couldn't deburr those with that, so I just had to get the linisher out and just sort of give those a bit of a linish up. But I am highly impressed and highly stoked with the price and the result of these things. So they are super cool, very well built for the money. So eventually when I do start doing the crown, I'm going to need a lot of different things, different dimples. So when I get to that stage, I will purchase a few more, but these things are ripper for the price. Get 3 of them, gets you out of trouble for most of the sizes. You need to put some dimples in and strengthen things up a little bit, but I'm cheering with that. Very happy. So the only thing I have to do is, now you remember a few videos ago I bought a bunch of laser cut sheets, these things with all the holes in them. So my plan is going to be, because I do not have the tool to do what I'm after for this. So I got this from the boys down at SCC Fabrication. Yeah, SCC Fabrications down the Gold Coast. So the boys hooked me up with these things, which are ripper, but the plan is going to be to find the corresponding one to my dimple, and I will be, because I can't have this as a hole because it will go into the cab. So the plan will be to TIG weld that on the back side in there and make these a blind dimple. Now I know there's a tool out there, I have no idea what it's called. Fabrication is not my strong suit. I'm always working on my skills, trying to learn new things and do the best I can. So if any of you guys know what the tool is called that does this but doesn't put the hole in it, blind dimple, something like that, I will be all ears to hear that. So yeah, anyway, long story short, going to weld in a few of these into the back of this now, and that will be this video done. So let's get stuck in, clean these things up, weld them in, and call it a day for this one. Alrighty guys, so that's it. Got them all welded up, sorted. I did say I was going to TIG weld it. I know. Started doing it, realised it was too fine of a job on the smaller ones to be bothering stuffing around for hours on end trying to get that TIG welder set up and all the rest of it, so I just blazed it in with the MIG welder. Is what it is. Worked nice. Pretty happy with it. Got them all done. All the backsides all welded. Everything like that. So I won't be shaving down any of the weld off the backside because you will not see it on the car. So keep as much of that weld there as it possibly can. And yeah, looks good. Pretty happy with it. Obviously, the more and more I use these things, the more and more I work these out, the better everything's going to get. But I'm perfectly happy with how these came out for what they're going to be used for. Yeah, super stoked. So definitely recommend if you want to mess around with something cheap, opposed to paying $900 for a set of Dimple dies, grab yourself the Amazon LOSTAR Dimple die set. 3 dimples, get you out of trouble, have a bit of fun, a bit of a play, and yeah, that's it for this video. Look out for the next one because that next one will show what these are for on the ute and the big process that I've involved in on this. So till the next video, that's it for this one. Catch you later. See ya.